was with a great sense of relief that India welcomed the new BNP government led by Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. He won the election with a substantial majority. And it was a sigh of relief because the alternative was for the Jamaat-e-Islami to come to power. And we know that during the 18 months of Professor Muhammad Yunus's chief advisor role in the interim regime, the power behind the throne had been Jamaat-e-Islami. And during this time, we had seen a very negative trend in the relationship between India and Bangladesh. And Professor Muhammad Yunus had made some very strong statements, and he had reversed all the decisions for trade and connectivity that had been taken under the 15 years of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. So, you know, the use of Chittagong and Mongla port, the projects to revive Mongla port, the connectivity road from Chittagong right going to the northeast, the Agartala-Khora road, all these projects were delayed, not completed, not implemented. So there was a huge, I would say, backsliding in the relationship, and you saw all the statements about Northeast India and a lot of very serious anti-India statements. So when the BNP government came to power, there was a huge sense of relief. It was like a breath of fresh air, and we were looking forward to a great revival because Prime Minister Tariq Rahman had earlier made statements strongly in support of democracy in Bangladesh. He had actually opposed the banning of the Awami League, and he had spoken about removing the ban on the Awami League. So, you know, the big issue in Bangladesh, I think, and the basis for good relations between India and Bangladesh is what the people of Bangladesh want. And I think the people of Bangladesh are definitely in favor of democracy, stability, and prosperity. So this is important. So India also wants the same. So certainly when we look at what will be discussed, I think high on Mr. Khalilur Rahman's agenda is his own candidacy for the presidency of the UNGA. That's number one. Number two, of course, they are interested in the energy relationship because they are facing a shortage of diesel. India has already given one very big tranche of diesel supply through the Friendship Pipeline that was built earlier during Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's time. And now they are looking for more supplies from India. So that is something that they are very interested in. Trade relationship is very important because, again, under Yunus, there was a setback because Yunus removed some of the conditions that were there, which had been put in place to have a very comfortable and very easy, pragmatic bilateral trade relationship. But when those conditions were removed, then India also had to take countermeasures. And in fact, because of the restrictions on import of cotton yarn, cotton fabric, and so many other items from India, a lot of Bangladesh factories had to close down. And unemployment was there, high inflation is still there, those factories are still closed. So it is up to the government of Bangladesh to restore those conditions that existed right up to July, August 2024. That is one thing they'll be interested in. Then certainly on the river waters sharing, there will be a important discussion because the Ganga Waters Treaty is coming up at the end of the year. And India had said that yes, the conditions have changed in the last 30 years of the Ganga Waters Treaty. I mean, the flows in the river have gone down, the requirement because of increased population has gone up, and there will have to be a very serious discussion on how the water sharing agreement can continue, on what terms it can continue. So I think all this would maybe require a meeting of the Joint Rivers Commission, a meeting of the Joint India-Bangladesh Joint Economic Commission also. So all these are items in the future.